back. It's true that the defendant was seen in the bell tower at the time of the crime. But if another witch was present too, it's impossible to say for sure that it was Miss Cantabella who summoned the fire dragon. Alright. Whoa! Calm down, everyone. We must not let this defender confuddle our understanding of the situation.
It was the Great Witch Bazella that summoned the fire dragon. You're making exposure for what she is.
Oh my god. We've braved fierce rapids, scaled high mountains, and crossed vast plains to testify in this court and expose the Great Witch. What are they talking about? You'll know soon. Hi, Inquisitor Darklaw, permit us to testify again. You believe you can reveal the truth about the accused? Yes, Lady Darklaw. We may be just a bunch of commoners, but we shall offer you our testimony with passion, purpose, and plausibility. Let us speak now for the sake of Labyrinthia. Oh man, for the sake of my sanity, please don't speak. Permission granted, may your words be as sharp as swords, and cut through all lies and fallacies straight to the truth. Oh man.
Testimony!
Hold on, I need to open up a website. I need to check my YouTube thing here. And I also need to open up Fandango, because we're going to go see a movie tonight. Okay. Multitasking. Love it. Here we go. I almost pressed stop recording for some reason. I don't know why. The storyteller finished speaking to the crowds of the town square in the evening. That's when the Great Witch appeared. I still cannot forget the sound of that terrible incantation. It was undoubtedly that girl's voice. We ran towards the tower as soon as we saw her, keeping our eyes on her to make sure she didn't escape. We split into two groups at the entrance. One group to guard it, the other to chase down the witch. I was in the first group. I was one of the pursuers. I ran to the tower and caught the witch. There was no one but us at the crime scene. We captured the girl. There was nowhere for anyone to hide there. Oh, really? Let's take a look at this bell tower and see if there is a place for her to hide. Oh yeah, she could hid up there. Ah, we're gonna get him. Okay. Ah, Jesus. Come back. There was no other witch, I'm sure of it.
I was trying the entrance. I had the door locked.
That's right, everyone. The faithful bell tower, the faithful incident, we saw them with our own faithful lives. Yeah, whatever. We got our statement. Well, I suppose that can again be summed up by saying, you all did the best you could. The vigilantes were the first to arrive at the crime scene. Their testimony is credible. It does seem so, and if what they say is indeed true, it would be decisive proof of the accuser's guilt. Our opponent is a witch, the Great Witch to be exact. Things probably aren't as simple as they seem. Huh, if you think so, feel free to look for any cracks in their testimony, if there are any, and if you're up to it. Defender, you may begin the interrogation. Alright, we already got our statement, so we're good. Oh my god, so many people to scroll through. And bell tower plan. Objection! The eyes of the whole town were on the bell tower, and the entrance was locked. Witches may be able to make themselves invisible, but they can't physically disappear. Which means it's not unreasonable to suggest that escaping from the bell tower was nearly impossible. However, hiding themselves after the incident is a different story. That's the sketch of the bell tower, isn't it? Most fascinating. Well, Defender, how about you show us? Enlighten us as to where exactly the witch could have hidden. Well, I'll go ahead and do that. Go hidden right up here. Got it! She hid here, of course, at the very top of the bell tower. It may seem like a possible place to hide. However, that part of the bell tower is inaccessible to anyone. The stairs don't go up as far as the balcony. Hi, Inquisitor Darklaw. We're talking about a witch here. A witch can do a lot of things that are impossible to us with the use of magic. If you were a true knight of the court, you'd show us evidence rather than trying to just... What? Oh. So there has to be a way. Okay. Was it magic or something a little more plausible? Whatever it was, I need proof. It's getting late. I can see no point in dwelling on this. Fenrir may be continuing this interrogation. Oh, man. What? thought I had it. Alright, I guess we'll just start pressing people. I don't know why I started with him. The witch could have used magic to remain unseen. Sorry to disappoint you, but no one used any magic at that time. What makes you so sure? To cast a spell, a witch needs to say that spell's incantation. And we heard no incantations nor any other traditions. Whoa! It was freaking out. Oh, it's this guy. Oh my god. Hang on! Excuse me, Mr. Wordsmith. I do not know anyone by that name. Yeah. Anyway, would you like to comment on Mr. Tren's testimony? I see you have nothing to say. He's in Greenfield mode again. Do not rush to conclusions, young one. I am on a greenfield, sky-clad, watching petals dancing in the wind. Yep, I knew you'd say that. And yet a single shaft of light has showed through the dark abyss of my memory. I heard something in the bell tower when we went to apprehend that witch. What did you hear? Was it an incantation? No, it wasn't an incantation. Nevertheless, it sounded like a woman's voice. Mr. Wordsmith, this is extremely important information. Please add this to your testimony. Yes, I shall do that. It's best that I tell you about it now before I forget again. As the defender requested, you will now testify about the sound you heard. I recall hearing a woman's voice and faint, delicate sobbing no less. Alright. So let's see. So the pendant doesn't make noise. The sketch is not going to make noise. The fill for it. No, not the bell tower plan. Mechanism in the middle floor of the middle floor of the bell tower. This is the only thing in here that can make noise. Objection! The defense has a theory regarding the source of these strange sounds. It was most likely this. This mechanism is on the middle floor of the bell tower. That reminds me, there was some contraption up there unlike anything I'd seen before. That's right, Chief, we never touched it though. How about we try operating that contraption to see what it does? We might just be able to reproduce the sound that Mr. Lottolance just heard at the crime scene. Right, you might be onto something. But it was I who testified about it before that young man. I talked about it too. Well, you got my curiosity. Let's see you set that contraption in motion. My lord, just leave it to me. Get ready, everyone. Prick up your ears. Is that what he said? Wow, really? That's it. That's the very same sound I heard. Oh, it is. That's what I heard as well. Yes, that's it. What the heck are these noises? As you've all seen or rather heard, it's clear that the device was operating shortly after the incident. This doesn't change the fact that we know nothing about what that contraption does. Your demonstration hasn't led us to any valuable conclusions. Objection! Remember our demonstration a little while ago? Demonstration? Are you referring to that silly contraption? Objection! That contraption serves a very specific function. The plan of the bell tower shows no stairs leading up to the belfry. Now, if you think about it in relation to the plan, it's obvious what this contraption is for. It's a mechanism enabling access up to the belfry. Wow, I can't even speak. What? Is that what it is? Order! Order! Another witch was in the bell tower when the incident happened, and the reason she wasn't discovered is because she used that contraption to reach the belfry and hide up there. I hope I'm saying that word right. Hold your horses, Defender. You seem oblivious to the contradiction in your reasoning. What do you mean? I'm talking about your little demonstration earlier. Yes, the device was set in motion and made some strange noises, and yet that's all it did. That's right, nothing else happened. If it was a device for accessing the top of the tower, then why didn't it take us there? Ergo, that contraption is of no relevance to this case. Which brings us back to my erstwhile conclusion that there was no other witch. It's too early to say that, Inquisitor. Then why is that? Sure, our demonstration didn't show it, but maybe the device didn't work because it wasn't used correctly. What? Why do you think so? My reasoning is simple. Let's just say it would be troublesome if just anyone could go up and sound that bell. So it's reasonable to assume that access to the belfry would be restricted. In other words, that a special key would be needed. A key? And I think I know what that key is. Before I ask you to present evidence, I'd like to summarize your theory. You believe that there was another witch in the bell tower at the time of the incident, and that this witch used a contraption within the tower to make her way up to the belfry and hide there.
Your whole theory rests solely upon that contraption. If it doesn't allow access to the belfry, then your reasoning is completely wrong. I'm sure you know what that would mean for Espella. Your mistake would seal her fate.
Yes, I'm aware of that. Alright, then the defense shall prove its theory. Show us this key needed to operate the contraption in the bell tower. Well, the only other thing we have in here is the pendant, so... Take that! The key to the contraption is... the pendant. That belongs to the accused, doesn't it? That's right, we found it at the crime scene. Now, if we take a look at the bottom part of this contraption, there's a depression here about the exact same size of the pendant. Oh yes, I remember it, a hole in the shape of that pendant. But I don't get it, why would that pendant be the key to the bell tower? I don't know either, at least not for now, but the point is it definitely is. With this pendant, we should be able to operate the contraption and access the belfry. Alright. Let's do it. Well then, the court will grant the defense a chance to prove its assertion. However, you shall be given one chance only. Oh boy.
Are you ready, defender? Make sure you are prepared for the consequences of a mistake. This will be your only chance. If it doesn't work, that will be the end of it.
Oh gosh. I'm ready. I've got to be right about this.
Good.
To be honest, this looks like a puzzle. Oh, what? We're doing a puzzle at the same time as the court? Nice.
Are you ready, Nick? Should we give it a try?
Yeah, it's got to work. Alright.
Spella's fate depends on this. Talk about pressure. I've got to stay calm.
Alright. So we gotta get this first try. Jesus. Alright, the bell tower. This is cool.
Pendant light is reflected by the blue gems in the circumference of the gears of the machine. Each gear will rotate 90 degrees when turned. Rotate the gears to align the blue gems and redirect the light. The large central gem will only reflect light when in the vertical position. When rotated, light must hit the red gems on either side at the same time. Okay.
Let's give this thing a shot.
Okay. So we have to light them both. Single beam of light. Ah. What to do here?
Yeah, we have hints.
Rotate on the gear on the bottom right by 90 degrees. Okay. Bottom right. What the hell? Okay. Rotate the gear on the bottom right by 90 degrees. The light will bounce off. Alright. We're gonna pause right here. We'll be right back to figure out this puzzle when we come back. Stay tuned.
Let's go.